Welcome back to another episode of the Scale Smart podcast. I'm your host Jacob and also the founder of Next Scale Growth. Today I have the pleasure of being joined by the co-founder of Placy AI, Sergey Osipov. Sergey, thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So, Sergey, kick us off. Tell me a little bit more about yourself, your experience, and what do you guys do at Placy AI?
I'm tech entrepreneur. Launched about 20 startups in my life, and mainly in real estate and prop tech, including the largest Eastern European real estate marketplace, TAN, which was became in unicorn 3 years ago on New York Stock Exchange. And now, yes, we try to challenge the same real estate with a completely new set of ideas supported by AI, tech, and everything around. Placy, this is the platform, new generation platform for real estate. Uh, Placy AI sales assistant, then that lady realtor sits on the reception of the real estate agency. Copilot that pushes the brokers in the fields to call for the clients, to open the doors and so on. Dashboards, making records to the CRM. Actually, everything step by step. We are trying to build a platform to let's say, we think this is the blue ocean because historically all that job was done by human. And now we are doing this with robots, and we think this is the good idea. And from the productivity point of view, we already see in our case studies with the first clients that we actually can convert approximately 30% more viewings, let's say, from the same traffic, from the same amount of the incoming calls. We have approximately 30% more contracts at the end of the day with the brokers. Yep, like this.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for starting us off with that overview. And Sergey, building a location intelligence platform powered by AI must come with some unique challenges. So, what would you say are some of the biggest challenges you've encountered when scaling Placy AI into what it is today?
So, for a startup, everything is challenging, frankly speaking. So difficult to say that the new technology makes our founders' life easier. Actually, I don't think that AI, this is a magic win. So it doesn't give you as a founder any competitive advantage right now. Maybe 3 years ago, for the pioneers, for the first founders who launched the first vertical startups, that was the temporary advantage. But right now, everyone has access to the same scope of instruments, right? Everyone can use Microsoft Azure with all that, OpenAI functionality, and it's not so difficult actually to launch your startup. Everyone can use deep research for the marketing strategies and so on. So, in my view, technologies, yes, it's cool, but right now everyone can use it. So founders cannot say that I do something AI, and that means that I'll be much more successful than others. So, I mean, all the typical challenges that are usual for startup are applicable for AI startups as well, I would say. But probably I can notice the only thing that uh, comparing with my previous startups, like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, this is a bit strange situation that, yes, we use this, Placer uses Microsoft Azure and OpenAI products, and not just OpenAI and so on. We built something on our own side, and GenTK platform and so on. However, I see the very strange situation that our largest partners, like OpenAI, that's our number one threat as well, because they can easily kill the entire vertical with the next, with the next something, with the next product, with the next update, with the next, model and so on. And it's quite scary. So the first time in my life, I see that your main partner is your main threat at the same moment.
That ties in perfectly to my next question, right? You're saying everyone's got access to AI, everyone can use AI, people are integrating AI. So, with major players entering the AI space and everybody utilizing AI, how are you positioning Placy to remain competitive and differentiate in the market?
Frankly, I think that I see parallels with the .com era. So that time, 20 something years ago, it was .com. Right now it's .ai, but basically it's still the same. We have hype, and then after that, we have to build the real businesses, right? So that's why I mentioned that testing Placy with our first clients last half of the year. We see that approximately 30% increase in productivity. And this is important. The technology is not important, actually. In case we could get the same productivity without AI, it would be perfect as well, right?
So, what would you say is the main thing? Let's say, for example, somebody came to you, Sergey, and they said, Sergey, what you're doing at Placy is great, but everybody else is using AI. So, what makes you different? What would you say to that person?
From the academic point of view, when we say B2B SaaS, vertical B2B SaaS, that's more usual, let's say, way how we use apply on the, let's say, mid-level startups. I mean, not exactly the GPT from the box. This is the shitty theory, actually. It doesn't work in my view. But also not the foundational models with their, billions of investments. I mean, the majority of the startups is kind of in the middle with B2B, taking some, medicine, real estate, legal stuff, and something like that, and just trying to build their business there. See, here, it was always important, and it will be important, I believe, to build a relationship with your clients, with your audience, with that realtors, accountants, lawyers, and so on. And when you build it, this is the invaluable asset. That's your brand, that's your relationship, that's the way how they trust, particularly you, actually, to help them to get this productivity. In this case, because of AI, 20 years ago, because of the internet in general, maybe in 15 years, it will be something very different because we don't know how AGI can change this landscape, right?
And AI is the central to your product at Placy.
No, actually, see what I try to say that yes, we use AI as the basic idea. First of all, because we need the productivity.
Mm-hmm.
Productivity equal to AI right now. So in case we could do the same business 15 years ago without AI, but we couldn't do this business 15 years ago. It was not technically possible. Right now, it is technically possible, but it doesn't mean that everything should evolve around just AI. What I try to say that AI just one more technology. First of all, everyone should follow the basic set of ideas and academic rules, if you wish, how to build B2B startups. And in case you follow this, AI gives you this competitive advantage with the productivity of 30% for your clients. And that's all. But you cannot use just AI. You cannot use just GPT from the box and not building the relationship with your clients. It just doesn't work.
How do you see the industry of AI and tech as a whole evolving in transforming location-based decision-making for retail, real estate, and also urban development?
I believe that our next audience in general will be not human. It will be robots. And you could see right now in a similar web, for example, reports that traffic from GPT is already attributed, and we see the growth. ChatGPT seems to me grew 3-5% per month last quarter or so. At the same moment, Google lost 3%. Wikipedia lost 6% in audience, just in similar web. And that what that does mean that historically, see, we know that so many robots in the internet, some harmful bots, scrapers, parsers, and so on and so forth. Maybe 60% of all the traffic right now on the internet is not human, it's robots, even more, I don't know, right? However, what is happening right now? We see not that, let's say, strange robots we see the robots with the people behind them, the robots that want to buy something on Amazon, that want to make some deals behind Placy, the same robot, and we have the particular clients behind Placy that tries to make the deals, right? So I believe that in the future, we will use this, customers, the people will use, users will use so many robots. So we would say that in some 5 years, 95% of the internet audience will be actually robots, like our ChatGPTs, AI assistants, AR glasses assistants like Placy, medical assistants, whatever, making some small purchases on Amazon and making there. So what does it mean? It changed entire industry. First of all, from the marketing point of view. See, we imagine the marketing budget usually as a half branding, half performance, right? Okay, performance maybe is still the same. However, I have doubts how you could focus your ads to robots because they don't use Instagram, Facebook, and all the typical places to show you ads, right? But branding, another half, it's completely ununderstandable how we can use branding budget for robots. So robots actually don't make impulse buy. They don't need our branding emotional connection to the goods and so on and so forth. So, I don't know the right answer, but I clearly see the question. And we have to answer this question during the next year or so. And this is the great opportunity for founders. That one who answered this question first, maybe this is another unicorn, right?
Yeah. Well, thank you for going so high level on that question. You answered probably the next two questions that I was going to ask, so thank you for that. Now, Sergey, you've had a background of having multiple startups. What would you say to Sergey back then, what you know now?
I think it's better to fail fast, and to win fast, Failing fast, this is the very complicated feature that I'm still learning. I'm still trying to polish all my prototypes, all my solutions, all my business models, and all that years I'm still looking how I can do everything faster. Find something new faster or even fail faster as a result. So my kind recommendation to myself 20 years ago, let's say, just launch as many prototypes as you can and then fail faster, forget about it, launch something new until because this when this magical moment happens, you just found your product market fit, you see that clients with their real pain, it's unforgettable. You cannot miss it. You just cannot miss it. And even small prototype, cheap prototype really allows you to detect, to spot this pain in the eyes of your clients.
100%. And Sergey, what are some of the goals you've got for Placy over the next 6 to 12 months in terms of growing, expansion, bringing on new people?
So Cyprus is our pilot market. So right now we are already building connections with the clients from Spain and going step by step to other countries. I think that Placy has quite brilliant future because the automation market is the fastest growing, same pace as the self-driving cars, if you know. So I saw some reports that last year the AI automation in industries like real estate was just 1.5 billion. This year it's 3 billion. Global market. In 5 years it might be 80 billion. So it's just such a crazy growth. It's just maybe I never in my life experienced such a fast growth. So definitely we will do our best to find way to play in this field, to build as many, let's say, products and some products, approaches, and to get as many regions as we can until this market is growing.
Yeah. And if people wanted to reach out to yourself, Sergey, and find out a little bit more about Placy AI or maybe just have a little bit of a chat, where's the best place for them to do that?
LinkedIn, first of all. I post a lot of stuff about startups, AI founders, and some news about Placy to LinkedIn. Subscribe to the LinkedIn page of Placy and Placy.ai, the website itself. Actually, I believe that LinkedIn is number one platform for all the AI vertical B2B founders, let's say. It's just amazing. So Facebook is completely dead. Other platforms are almost that. The only more or less, let's say, platform that can give you the response, give you this feedback, even some cast dev stuff, feedback on your posts, feedback, giving you customers. That's the only LinkedIn, actually.
Sergey, thank you so much for joining me today on the podcast. It's been great speaking to you.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah.